مشاهدينا الكرام، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته، وأهلا بكم في هذه المقابلة الخاصة التي نجريها مع السيد بوريس جونسون رئيس الوزراء البريطاني السابق. بداية Mr. Johnson, thank you for this interview and welcome to Qatar television.
It's a great pleasure to be on Qatar television. Thank you for inviting me.
Mr. Johnson, let's begin with the visit of His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, the Emir of the State of Qatar, to the United Kingdom in 2022. How would you describe the relationship between Qatar and UK during your tenure as the Prime Minister?
Well, the relationship between the government of Qatar and the UK is incredibly close, as you can imagine. We're long-standing friends and partners. I have very fond memories of greeting His Highness the Emir when he came to London on that visit in 2022. It was very successful. A huge package of investment was agreed, a lot of which has already taken place, and some great projects that we also started.
Yes, let's talk about what key milestone would you highlight from over a century of historic ties between the two countries, Qatar and the UK?
Well, I had the great honour of being the Mayor of London during the 2012 Olympic Games. And it was Qatar that came in and did a fantastic deal to invest in the Olympic site, if you will remember, the Olympic Village. But also, I was very proud that Qatar made huge investments in the UK, in London, but elsewhere during my time. And I remember it was Qatar that bought Harrods, the great department store in Knightsbridge. Qatar rebuilt the Chelsea Barracks, a site that was very difficult to develop. I think the Shard, the tallest building in London, was erected thanks to the genius and vision of Qatari investors. And I'm told, I think I opened the Shard myself several times actually when I was Mayor of London. And the Shard is so tall that I'm told you can see France from the top. So it was thanks to that kind of investment that we saw real progress, employment, development, economic growth in London. Even during difficult times such as the 2008 crash, Qatar helped us to power on through difficult times. And then when I was Prime Minister, I was very pleased to see some of the wonderful things that we do together. And I would highlight the Oryx program. You know about the Oryx program? So we have a joint effort, a joint project to develop small modular nuclear reactors. UK and Qatar using the Rolls-Royce technology, the submarine propulsion units that Rolls-Royce has, to create relatively cheap, small modular nuclear power units, which I think will be crucial for our future. When you think how much energy is going to be required by artificial intelligence, how much energy is going to be required by data centers, we're both going to need clean energy sources. And this Qatar-UK project is fantastic.
Yes. Mr. Johnson, how do you view Qatar's role in conflict resolutions, international mediation, and humanitarian affairs?
Qatar is one of it punches way above its weight in international affairs. Qatar has a huge influence, overwhelmingly positive in the world. And I think the Qataris are very selfless in the way that the government of Qatar attempts to mediate and to provide a forum for discussion on some of the most difficult problems. Even on issues like Ukraine, you see Qatar being useful and trying to bring people together in what is a very, very difficult and dangerous situation. So Qatar is, despite its relatively small size, performing a very, very valuable function on the international stage.
Okay, Mr. Bors, you worked with both Her late Majesty Queen Elizabeth II and His Majesty King Charles III when he was the Prince of Wales. Could you share some insights into the connections you shared with Qatar during your time working with them?
Well, I know that both Her late Majesty Queen Elizabeth and our King today, King Charles, value very highly the relationship with Qatar. And last night I was at an extraordinary event here in Doha where some absolutely beautiful horses were produced, and I know how hugely admiring Her late Majesty was of these Arab chargers or whatever they are. I'm not an expert myself, but her relationship with Qatar went back many, many decades. As for our king today, don't forget this is a guy who prizes his knowledge of Arabic, of his Islamic culture, and I know that he will be very much looking forward to the state visit.
Yes, Mr. Boris Johnson, former Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Thank you very much for being with us on Qatar Television.
Thank you.
إذن مشاهدينا الكرام، كنا معكم في هذه المقابلة الخاصة مع السيد بوريس جونسون الرئيس ورئيس وزراء بريطانيا السابق. شكرا لكم على طيب المتابعة، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.